Christians and other religious people are widely known for opposing pornography for all kinds of moral reasons. I happen to be one of them. So when I tell people I'm getting ready to publish a whole book about the ills of pornography, many people assume that I'm primarily speaking to fellow Christians. Now, of course, I do hope that my book is read by all sorts of people, including Christians, but my aim in writing this book isn't to write a religious defense, about pornography, but just to sort of explain from a philosophical and secular reason for why it's unhealthy. Pornography use is not just a religious issue, it's a human rights issue. And there have been a lot of people and organizations who aren't religious who oppose pornography, or at least speak critically of it. For instance, several years ago, GQ magazine ran a thought-provoking article about why men should quit looking at porn. Now, ironically, this is the same organization that had a magazine about the 100 sexiest women of the 21st century. Never mind. But I think what I found interesting is that what spurred this advice about not looking at porn or masturbating is that the editors of this magazine had stumbled upon a growing group on reddit.com called NoFap, which is an online community of mostly men who are challenging each other to man up and put away the porn and masturbation for good. Now, this online community began because members wanted to see how quitting porn could improve their overall health and well-being. This group has grown now to more than 150,000 people, and 60% of them have said that their sexual functions have improved since joining the group. Now, this huge and growing group of men are saying, I don't think porn is good for me, quite frankly, and that's why I don't want to look at it, not for religious reasons. And that's the whole foundation for my upcoming book with Ignatius Press. It's not a religious treatise, rather it's a non-religious response to pro-porn arguments. That pornography communicates messages that are simply just not good for us. And more than this, pornography is not just bad for people individually, it's also bad for society. When we live in a world where men and women are fed pornographic standards of sex, or when we make pornography a substitute for sex, we become more unhealthy as a culture. Think of it this way. If you want something to flourish, you need to use it in accordance with its nature. I mean, if you took tomato plants, put them in a dark closet and fed them nothing but Coca-Cola, don't expect healthy tomatoes. In a similar way, if you rip sex away from its obvious relational context, which is what pornography does, then don't expect ourselves, our relationships, our families, and our society to flourish. If we become a civilization that sells people, a civilization that takes something so central to who we are as persons, our sexuality, and we industrialize it, we cannot be happy people. Porn damages us psychologically, and this will be the final point that I'll leave you with, it perverts the way we think and treat other people. I want to leave you with a quote from Anthony Esselin, who's the professor of English at Providence College. He says, "The human body is a precious thing worthy of our reverence. It is not a tool, not an object of consumption like a steak or a keg of beer, not an animate provider of pleasure. It is the outward expression of a profound mystery, that of another human being. When we meet another human person, when we look at his or her face, we are in the presence of a creature whose like we have never found in all the rest of the universe. The human person is open to infinity. He can do more than apprehend the things he observes. He can imagine worlds he has never seen. Honor and reverence is due to the astounding mystery of the human person. It is a contradiction to say, I honor the human person, while treating the human body as separable from the person, using it as a tool, devouring pornographic images of it. One cannot at once love the beautiful and desire to defile it. It's like loving the Pietà with an axe."